everybody. We are going to pick the winners of the giveaway. So 2 people will get 75 Matic each. So we're using this handy dandy little YouTube comment picker. It will randomly choose a winner, and we'll go through it twice. So this is the YouTube video that we did where everybody put in their favorite DeFi application. So we have 204 unique comments, and all right, let's pick our first one. It looks like Ronnie T is the first winner. If you want to comment on this video, and I will reply to you on how we can get that Matic over to you. And give me 1 second, let me put a note down. And let's pick a second one. Looks like Eric Frost, you're the second winner. All right, so yeah, if you are either Ronnie T or Eric Frost, make sure you leave a comment down below. And if in the next 72 hours you do not comment, I will go through and I'll pick another winner until we have 2 that have received that 75 Matic. All right, since we've given that away, that was the fun part. There is some bad news, then we'll talk about the good news afterwards. Let's actually move this over. Let's do the bad news first. First, there was a comment or 2 about Bnb Race yesterday. Unfortunately, this dApp, when I compare dApps to each other, I always talk about the community, and that is a huge important part of these. It's not just, when we talk about things, it's not always just about how much you can make, but it also has to have the community behind it, because it requires those additional deposits to be coming in to pay out. So with that, Bnb Race, they got a huge influx at the beginning. Everything was going great, and then everything just kind of people just stopped putting more in. They've got 591 that's been invested. The problem is that people just stopped depositing after just the first few days, and that's what makes these things fall apart pretty quickly once those deposits start coming in. So yeah, now this thing it's pretty much dead, because it just didn't get the traction. It didn't keep going. It didn't have that community behind it, and that's the risk behind these. I will leave a link right here in the upper right. You can see a link to a video that talks about these and how risky they are, and that's what happens to these. I just provide the technical review on these. If they're sound, if they're working. Usually if they get a big influx in the beginning, and if they continue to go up, those are good. So yeah, most of these things are great to be in early. The problem is if you're a day or 2 late on some of these even shorter term ones, you can kind of lose everything, honestly. Fortunately, this one it allowed you to withdraw every day, so you could recover some of your funds. But unfortunately, if we look at the contract, it's got 1.1 BNB in there, so it's pretty much gone. So watch out for these. If they don't, make sure you get on Telegram. Make sure people are talking about them. If there's no chat in the Telegram groups for a long time, it means that there's probably not much of a community there behind it. So get on there and see what's going on. So yeah, I mean that's one we got wrong. So that's one that I'll remove any links to. And this is also a lesson. I've talked about it before. I really wish these. It seems to be more popular on the Binance Smart Chain ones, that they never put the balance on the front here. They just, I don't know why they don't put that on there. People, focus on this invested number, but that's, it is good to know to see, if investments are coming in, but I want to see what the balance is. Is that balance moving? Because this could be coming in at a steady pace, but the balance could be dropping because the withdrawals are outpacing the deposits, and that's actually a good segue into a big popular one here, Matic Staker. Yeah, I've been saying this one is very high risk for quite some time. I think it's very close to being, on our chart, a 10 in high risk, because even this savings one is looking, somewhat dangerous. I think the next day or two we're going to see a lot of movement, and hopefully it can keep up, but I'm not too optimistic. This thing's been around a little while now. Again, if you were early, it was, you could have gotten in that platinum one. Those are unlocking now. But if you were in a little bit later and you put in those silvers or golds, you probably got something out of it. But these ROI rates just keep going up and up and up, and that's just not sustainable. And we just talked about Bnb Race. This one we could just kind of see it happening in real life today. This balance here, the staked amount, it's not the balance, the staked amount, since this morning, it's gone up by 500,000, which is quite a bit. But this contract balance has actually dropped by 100,000. That means 500,000 staked today could not keep that contract balance level or moving up. So that's just something to be aware of. When you have these crazy high rates, that's what will happen is the incoming deposits are going to get way overshadowed by the withdrawals coming out. So even depositing or reinvesting 50 or 60% is it's still not enough. You'd almost have to deposit everything. These things that are making 6,758% in 28 days. If you deposit or reinvest half that, you're still taking out 350% that you're taking out of the contract from your deposit. So that's just not sustainable. You'd have to redeposit 90-95% at least just to keep that going. So just a warning on Matic Staker. Again, I've talked about this 3 to 4 times now. Beware of that. I think the next few days are going to be critical for that to see what this is going to do. Another one, Bnb Fury. This one started today. I did a video about this one earlier today. This one seems to be kind of clipping right along. I talked about it earlier today. The balance went up quite a bit. 984 Bnb. If we look in the contract, 780 of that's in the balance. And that's actually pretty good because of their 10% marketing fee and their 5% dev fee. Plus this stuff going into the insurance pool, that's going to be very helpful. That combined with the claimed awards, I'm just really surprised that it's that narrow of a gap between the staked and the contract balance. So 290,000 US dollars worth in that contract in the first day. That's pretty good. So I think another day or two, it's still early on that one. Multimatic, one of my favorites. Contract balance is at approaching 1 million, which is incredible. I think it's actually outpacing Matic Staker's first week when it launched. Yeah, I just really like these. They're lower rates. They're more sustainable. The Dolphin Club one is a little higher because this auto compounds, but you're also going to have a withdraw tax. But if this just keeps going, that's a good reinvestment. And I know the team behind this has some more development initiatives they're coming out with. And I guess while we're at it, let's talk about another one. Let me grab it here. Yeah, let's talk about Matic FOMO. Matic FOMO is doing pretty good. I talked about it in the update yesterday. Let's go ahead and look at the contract. The contract went up a few hundred, like 200,000, so it's continuing to go up. But again, just watch those rates. These ones that you can get your ROI back is really good. 84%, guys, in 14 days is, everybody's looking at these ones going, ooh, let me get 436 in 28 days or whatever. 84% in 14 days. I mean, if you do that over and over and over again, you're going to make a lot really quick. So don't scoff at these ones and think that you're missing out, because these are going to be a lot less risk and you can get your initial out much quicker. So yeah, that's another great option. Anyway, I will leave links to the ones that I think are, these three: Bnb Fury, Multimatic, and Matic FOMO. I'll leave those links down below. I'm no longer going to be leaving future links for Matic Staker because I feel it's just such a high risk that even the savings one is dangerous to jump into. We'll just have to watch over the next few days. And just one more comment about Matic Staker. People are like, oh, let's get in for this Tricks token. The problem with that is we still don't even know what the utility of that token is. We don't know its worth. We don't know anything about it. We're just told, hey, we're going to make 3% a day, but there's no details on how that's going to work or what's going to happen. So that's a big gamble to dump a bunch of Matic in here and possibly lose it for something that might be worth something. It might be worth as much as Matic and you'll at least come out even, but it also might be worth as much as SHIB and you might get a few dollars back. So just be careful with that. Anyway, go ahead and subscribe, all the YouTube things. And again, the winners of the giveaway, go ahead and comment down below and we will get your Matic over to you. Anyway, we will catch you on the next one.